It certainly is. The first Manic Monday edition. And now we get to the football portion of the program as Cole Johnson rides shotgun with me. But during the break, someone rang in. His name is Eric Wilson, and he joins me right now. Good morning, Eric. Happy New Year.
My brother Brian, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Cole. Gentlemen, what's going on? How are you?
I have five letters for you, Mr. Wilson. Eagles, Eagles.
Well, that's six, but that's okay. It's all
right.
You can.
Yeah, I would love to say I'm doing fine. Well, I am. But I'm not doing as well as you are. Congratulations to your Eagles making the playoffs, my man.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Hey, it's always a good Monday when the Eagles win and the Cowboys lose. That's all I care about.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's a beautiful
Isn't that
thing.
beautiful? Now the Eagles Now the Eagles are in. Now the 49ers need to take care of their business. I'll get to them after the break. But how about those Eagles? No one, very few people, including the folks on this program, very few people gave them a chance to make the playoffs, and now they play after Week 18. That's got to be something special for your Eagles.
Listen, Brian, I'll be the first one to admit, and Cole as well. When you start the season 2-5 with a new head coach, with a quarterback who hadn't played a full season, came into a very awkward situation, there was low expectations. Okay, our wide receiving core are a bunch of gentlemen whose names you don't really know of except for the Heisman Trophy winner Devontae Smith. So all you really had at the beginning of the season, from my estimation, was a lot of Miles Sanders, and I hope he gets well, and a lot of Dallas Goedert because we lost Zach Ertz. I knew what my defense was capable of. Okay? However, I went into it with the understanding that we weren't going to do much. And as an Eagles fan, we keep things 100. Doesn't matter, win, lose, or whatever.
Yep.
You ain't lying about that.
Yep.
But to see this team get behind this coach, who I still have reservations about, let me make no mistake about it. I am still not a fan of the head coach, even though he has our team in the playoffs. But it's like he said, and I have to give him credit, and I was going to save this for my show, but I'm going to do it here on Snowman in the morning. I actually have to apologize to the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles because I was wrong. I did not think you were capable of guiding this team to where they are. I thought you would be one and done. I thought you were just the interim for the next man who was going to take us back to the promised land. But I have to sit here today and be humble and recognize that it's not about an individual. It's not about a player. It's not about a coach. It's about a concept, and it's about an organization. And I have to give a lot of credit to the head coach for what he said. And it's something that I've learned. You got to get dirty. You got to get dirt on you in order to grow. And we are seeing the fruits of his labor this season.
One team that was expected to take a big step forward, and we all three of us called them regressing right before our eyes, and they were officially eliminated yesterday. That was the Cleveland Browns. I mean, who the hell expected them, except for the Bernie Kosar days when they played at Old Cleveland Stadium, to actually do something the year following they made the playoffs in a pandemic season? I mean, color me surprised. Not.
I said this in the beginning of the season, and I intentionally said this to a Browns fan, and I said it with the intent of how the season played out. I said, on paper, the Browns are the most talented team in the AFC North. Now, if they do not win the AFC North, even if they make the playoffs, consider that season a colossal disappointment.
Yep.
So I will say right now, since the Browns are officially eliminated, and I actually said it when the Bengals won their game to click the AFC North, I said this officially stamps the Cleveland Browns 2021 season as a colossal disappointment.
It's a colossal failure.
Because the way that team has played, it's like they took turns crapping up. I mean, we could start with the very first game where they played the Chiefs toe to toe, nose to nose, scored with them, point for point, and then the special teams decides the punter decides to just drop a punt, the punt attempt. You have games where against the Chargers where the offense puts up 42 points, but the defense allows 47.
Chargers.
And then you have games like at home against the Steelers where your defense plays lights out, but all you can manage is 9 points. I mean, it's just unreal how ridiculously flawed a team supposedly that talented as the Browns have been.
Eric, let me have your thoughts on the Browns, and then we'll jump back to the Eagles. Are you surprised at this result?
You know, somebody who I love, honor, and respect tried to tell me about this at the beginning of the season. He told me, and I got into arguments with him back and forth, and I'm like, how can you sit there and say this about Cleveland? Look at this team. Look how good they are. Look what they're capable of. And I said, and he told me, he's like, Eric, they're paper champions.
Yep.
And I have to, again, show love to my brother, Alex Fleming, rest in peace, because
Alex.
he tried to tell me, but I wouldn't listen because, you know, I got a hard head. It's that Philly mentality. But he did. He tried to tell me, and I have to say, he's right. And I know somewhere right now he's smiling down, looking at me like, I told you. You don't want to listen, but I told you. But, you know, I can't put – well, I'll put it to you like this. I'm going to put 75% of the blame on the quarterback. Because when you have arguably the best running back tandem duo and you have guys like Jarvis Landry on your field,
and you don't use
and then your defense led by Myles Garrett, one of the best. When you look at this team, it's like, where is the problem? Not the obstacle, because the obstacles we can get over.
Yes.
Where's the problem? And Cole, you hit the nail on the head. You know, the defense, granted, Baker Mayfield doesn't play defense, okay? He doesn't play special teams. I get that.
Right.
But we give quarterbacks all the credit. We also give them all the blame. And I'm putting 75% of it on Baker because in key clutch moments throughout this season, when we needed to find out, are you really that number one draft pick that everybody was shocked to see? Are you really that guy who's going to shut us down? No, you're not.
Nope.
And the other 25%, I'll give the rest of the team because you're right. Offense puts up 42, but the defense allows 47. Well, Myles Garrett, where the hell are you at? You're supposed to be the leader. Stop the run. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Cleveland, you know, I actually did have them winning the division this year.
Yeah.
Based on what I saw last year and the talent that was there. But, again, if you're not getting the job done, you're always going to be who you always are.
Yeah. Yeah. Brown's going to Brown. I said it at the top of the year. And I got crushed. I got crushed when everyone was coming after me saying, you don't know this Cleveland Browns team. Yes, I do. This is the 1999 version of the Cleveland Browns. This is not the old school Cleveland Browns where they actually had grit, where they actually had a personality, where they actually played with some toughness and overcame a lot of obstacles. No, this is the newfangled version of the